back to the Fourth Estate Militia Actual Play. Tar has returned, and with him comes Juliet's ever so sweet, ever so loving desire for world peace. The fledgling runners update their plan of attack, and by update I mean they actually decide to come up with a plan more complicated than Improv Make Go Boom. It's time to begin episode 75. Don't you want to be in the first wave? That's where all the honor is.
I'm going to leave this up to you guys. I know we kind of discussed it last week, but Tar wasn't here. How do you guys want to start this off? Do you want to go ahead and jump straight into finishing off the run for the sim rigs and all of that? Or do we want to go ahead and get Red Hot and the Crimson Crush stuff done?
I mean, I think we had fairly well set up the attack on the factory, right?
Yeah, I thought so.
And I think we all make much better decisions in combat if we're a little bit fresh rather than, 5 or 6 hours into a game. So I would say, yeah, if everybody else is cool with it, I like the idea of just hitting the factory and getting the sim rigs and the chips and maybe a chip encoder or whatever we can find.
Agreed.
And then,
I'm down with that. I really want to see somebody get puppeteered.
Okay, then. So you guys have recently done the drive-by to get things kind of started. So where did you want to go from there? Like, you've done your basic probing, seeing of how things would go.
I would like if we could scout, because remember when I threw one grenade that pretty much blew one of the roll-up doors off the hinges, if you will, or off the track. I would like to see what the status of that is, and also how, since I kind of hit a guy in the face with a Molotov cocktail, I would like to see how much they have built up security after that.
Okay. That actually wouldn't be too hard. That just a drive-by would show that.
Could we maybe send the fly spy, since our car is going to be recognized potentially?
Yeah, I was gonna. You guys can have it however you want to. It doesn't really matter here. I already thought of just saying that. I already thought of 4 different ways you guys could have done without an issue. Involving that, they've actually taken up part of the loading bay. They've had to partially block off one of the loading doors that they have, and they have built up what looks like about 2.5 to 3 meter tall metal barricades that they have more or less blocking the way in, so nobody can shoot in. And you can occasionally see people, like a person walking in and out from one side, so it's completely open. And the door itself is just being repaired. They've actually had to completely cut the door down and seem to be working on replacing it and having to actually fix the concrete or cinder block or whatever this place is made out of to actually mount it back up again. Like, they've had to completely replace the tracks. They've had to completely replace the door, everything involved with it.
So, Tar, just for your own knowledge, when it comes time to actually hit this place, all their people with the the skill wires aren't really going to be helping, because I'm going to be shredding the combat autosofts on their host and then killing their decker. That's going to be my job.
Understood, sir. Thank you.
And if you said that you were using the fly spy, correct word, to scout it out?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. If you fly over top, it looks like they have a smart turret set up actually watching the entrance. You wouldn't be able to see it from the ground, which is why I was asking if you had the fly spy. There's a smart turret set up, as well as one other security guard extra watching this area, as well as it almost looks like a chain link fence, just instead of mounted into the ground, just has like a wide base on each side with some sort of metal canister, I guess, or like a metal box that goes all the way across the top of the area of where they're walking in and out at. But if there's anything you guys want to know,
so one thing we learned, Tar, is that they have auto turrets.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you couldn't see that from the ground.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. They can't dodge, so I suspect you or I can take care of them pretty easily.
Oh yeah.
They're set to CFA, so that's just something to be aware of.
Yeah, fair enough.
So if you guys want to run against it, let me know what you're doing.
I would actually, I'm waiting for a PDF to load up right now, but I would like to try to get a piece of gear, I think. I'm contemplating getting a riot shield.
Okay.
Just waiting for a very slow PDF to load up.
Ooh, here's an idea.
I honestly, I keep forgetting just how much strength Kennel has, and I never really leverage it, so if I can carry all this extra armor, there's no reason not to. I'll go for the riot shield. That's 10R and 1500 new yen.
All right.
Well, I will take that as a big no. I don't need me a riot shield.
Well, I mean, it's only 1500, so you can, like, that's only like a day.
Okay, we'll try it again.
Wow.
Okay, well, we'll try one more time. Hey, we finally did it!
All right, so yeah, you have a riot shield. Is there anything else you guys want to get?
Just rolled for it. They're 500 apiece. I don't know how much they actually cover per bar.
A bar will literally burn through one thing, and one thing only.
Okay, fair enough.
But you could always have Improv do it. Thermite's not too terribly difficult to make.
Oh, really? Oh,
No, it is not.
Can I have some thermite?
Sure. You want me to do some chemistry to make that?
Please.
All right. So what she's gonna do is, unfortunately, to make this, you have to be in a vacuum or under an inert atmosphere. So, okay, I'll make it. Don't come in this room or you'll die because you can't breathe. Okay. Okay.
I believe you. Okay.
Okay. Good. Okay, hold on.
Why?
Wait, if you're gonna die, how can she be in there?
I have a suit. It's fine.
Does she ever joke about that sort of stuff? Have you ever seen her joke about that sort of stuff?
Wait, girl, have you ever seen Improv tell a joke about anything?
I mean, yeah, but true. Well, they still have thermite.
Hey.
And
How
that's
much
enough,
is the
yeah.
question?
We'll just go ahead and say that could make the 5 bars that you were wanting. You guys have a plan?
Yeah, because we always use a plan.
Wasn't the plan just to load up in the battle wagon again?
Pretty much, because a lot of their security is depending on their dudes getting combat soft downloads, right? And if you're the security force to this place, and I mean, we're counting on them to break eventually, because if you're the security force to this place, and all of a sudden the dozens of workers you were expecting to back you up who are suddenly John Wick doesn't happen, you're going to be like, ah, shit.
Yeah. Okay, so
Plus, we have our gang.
Yeah,
you got
true.
and you guys and the battle bus.
We can load as many people as possible in the battle bus. Perfect. So I guess seeing we're doing with a full ganger load on the battle bus. We have the Outriders stationed as sentinels on the outside. So we've got 10 who can pop out the back once they're inside. Juliet can get herself in on her own ahead of time. What about Kennel, Horatio? Do you guys want to be on site? How do you want to get there? Do you want to be in the battle bus? Do you want to be somewhere else?
There's a
Okay.
fence surrounding the property, so we can't just drive in. We would have to get through the fence somehow. So we have the option of either cutting the fence, ramming the fence, or trying to sneak over the fence, but I believe there was either razor wire or monowire or something at the top.
Razor.
So if we wanted to be sneaky, we'd have to cut through the fence, or we have to ram the fence, or we have to go through the little guardhouse.
Do we have any nice spots to set up snipers ahead of time? If we even want.
I mean, you could probably put some up across the roof if you wanted, or tell them to just like hang out on the other side of the building, and then as soon as the shooting starts, just fucking climb up and start helping. It's up to you.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna go for maximum force on this one because we want to overwhelm, right?
Right.
So I am definitely bringing the Hellhound then.
And I think what we're gonna want to do is have Kennel, Improv, and Horatio in the truck with maybe like something attached to the winch for the loot. That way we can pack our dudes in the battle van.
Sounds good. Do we want... How many dudes do we have in our gang again at this point? Get ahead count.
20, I think. Plus
we can grab a
we have
roadmaster.
You have
on the
30.
table.
You have 30.
Yeah,
total.
on the table we have 15 orcs, 4 trolls, 6 humans who are the snipers, and 5 dwarves who are Juliet special forces.
And
Then
I think we
Go
do
ahead.
know that the nukes, I believe, are the HDR here. So I think we want to use your guys as interference there.
Yeah, agreed. I was mentioned earlier. The Outriders can play interference, or not interference, but lookouts, and definitely they can take out other bikers who pop up. Okay, so but the Outriders stay as lookouts and interference. We have the battle bus loaded up with Ratio, Improv, and Kennel. How about Juliet goes with another group loaded up on one of the Roadmasters to also provide more forces on the ground, more of our gangers on the inside. That's another 8 bodies we can stuff into a Roadmaster. We can just have it run along behind the battle bus.
Well, depending on how Horatio wants to enter, I think Kennel would be in the battle bus with our crew, because I think we're going to have to ram
Sounds
that
right.
fence to get it down.
Yeah.
And that way, once we ram it, I can chuck some hand grenades at people, some pepper punch at people, and I can jump out. And at least for me, I can use the truck as a little bit of cover from all the guns.
Mm-hmm. And what Juliet can do is she can just walk in like she did last time, ahead of time, and then be the silent observer who takes people down as soon as the mayhem starts from an odd angle. Give us a little bit of an extra edge. Sounds good. So any objections to using Roadmaster and having an additional 8 gangers with? I'll
No, I'm
put
fine
that
with
as a
that.
no.
So just so you guys are aware, I probably won't be helping much in the actual physical combat because I'll be my goal is my taking out the programs is going to help a lot, obviously.
If
But
you're
then
in the host, right?
Yeah, I'll spike the Decker. I'll try and spike because there was an RCC as well, so I'll get that. I'll get the smart gun platforms, all that shit. Be in there.
Sounds good.
You might even be able to open the doors and stuff for us.
Depends. Yeah, we'll see. Because this thing is definitely on like the actual grid, which means depending on how long I'm there, they might allow a demigod in, and I'm not gonna fight that. So we'll see.
I think we need to go first. Because as soon as this thing rolls down the road, security's going to be triggered.
Well, I mean, the battle bus is pretty darn obvious too, isn't it?
Oh yeah, those are yours, or
So, like,
that one's yours.
Well, I'd deliver us in the truck, and we'd be the first wave, and then our guys be like a little bit behind us.
Okay.
And unless you guys have done any sort of work to the Roadmasters, they are in the colors of the Spiders still, as well as the Chargers.
Who were we blaming for this again?
You know,
Because this is hilarious.
Works for me.
We want
Same.
to use just 2 Roadmasters so that we have pure spider colors.
Ooh, that was.
I mean, we can spray paint my car again.
Oh,
We
sure.
have the facility. Just
If you want to spray paint
GTA
the
it.
battle bus, why not?
Now the thing is, I mean, the battle bus is kind of specific to us. So if we have 2 Roadmasters we could use, I would happily
Yeah.
do those in Spider's colors and just confuse the piss out of everyone.
Yeah, I like this idea. Let's do it.
All right, I'm good.
I
I'll
mean,
go in first.
27 armor on both Roadmasters. We can just sit in the cars and blow away anybody who's on the inside.
Well, we need them to go in to load up the loot.
Well, sure, but after we kill everyone. I understand. What we should do is probably, I guess, roll the Roadmasters up to the loading bays, and then clear the building on foot. Sound right?
That's right.
We're good then. Boss, we are going in hard, and I'm in the second Roadmaster.
Don't you want to be in the first wave? That's where all the honor is.
Nope. You can have it all.
Yo, Horatio, you know she don't want to be no king like you are.
Boy,
I think she wants to be the ghost of the barons, while you want to be the king of the barons.
Do ghosts roll in here? Oh.
Oh, there's already a ghost. It's at the Albert Einstein School of Education.
So I guess we're getting the show on the road.
Yeah, in proper form,
Okay.
Kennel is going to crush up a whole bunch of cram, and he's going to snort it off of a little pocket-sized mirror because that's what cool guys in the Barrens do. And then he's going to take some no
Here goes
paint
Jack.
and try to paint some war paint all over himself, completely forgetting that he's going to have a big old armored jacket and a mask over his face.
I'm gonna lie down in the battle truck and go unconscious. I'm gonna tell people, don't touch me while I'm out unless like someone shoots me, because if you try to take the thing out of my head, it'll blow up. Okay?
The few orcs who are in there with you are just like, they just kind of look at you funny, kind of nod.
She's gonna fish out her savior medkit and be like, if I start bleeding out my eyes, just stab me with this, okay?
But only in the neck, right?
Sure.
Then, and again, like one of them, like they'll kind of look at you and just kind of slowly nod, like, okay.
You do what she says. She's smarter than all of you put together. I mean, she's smarter than me. That's pretty hard for me to admit, but I'll admit it.
Oh, also, when these cans start spraying little robots in the air, don't be scared. It's fine.
We ain't gonna be scared of nothing. It's just, we're gonna be out there. I don't know if we're gonna be in here with you.
Well, okay, that means the robots won't bother you then. You don't know how to hack anything, right?
Don't worry, fellas. She's smart in dumb ways. This is one of the dumb ways. Just come on.
No,
So,
mate. No, Improv. We doing our own thing.
So I'm going to try and start my Matrix offensive, like right before the truck turns the corner onto the street. Because if they're under Matrix attack, but there's no physical attack, like right away, they're going to wonder what's going on for a sec. And I want it to at least be close, if that makes sense. Does it make sense to everyone? Okay.
Close in the timing of you doing your thing, and then
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to have like a unified alpha strike.
Okay.
Chummers, let me tell you, it is good to be back in America. As much as I enjoy my life of high-speed jet yacht sailing down snowy mountainsides, lined with exotic models and all-you-can-eat taco bars, I've put all that on hold and stayed home. This quarantine is hard on my family, and I can only imagine how it is affecting each and every one of you out there. I can't offer much, but what I do have is this. None of us were prepared for what the world is currently throwing at us. Some of us are weathering the storm like it's any other day of the week, but some of us are having a much harder time. I've tried for many years now to be a champion of mental health, and I'll continue this fight here with these simple words. Talk to someone. Bottling up your fears and concerns will just allow this cancer of fear to grow. Talk to someone, and if you don't have a someone, if you don't have a person in your life to be there for you, then talk to me. I have pretty broad shoulders and I can carry this weight too, because your life is valuable and I don't want to lose any of you because you thought you were alone. You can find me at my subreddit, r/Fourth Estate Militia, or you can find me on Twitter at HaterGator. I promise you, friends, if you need someone to be there for you, I can do that. Take care of yourself. We'll see you next week. Thanks for listening.